Yo, GDR here with another question from you and answer from me. Thank you very much, Shantaram readers. A writer from India, I think, has written about Sapna and the Sapna killers in Shantaram, and the whole concept of someone manufacturing an issue so that they, as a disguise or cover for something else they're doing. Where did you get that from? It was, thank you for the question. It was a composite of different things that I'd seen in over my years of travel through Europe, through many other places in the world, where I'd seen even governments, and this later emerged to be the truth, had manipulated events so that it was a massive distraction from something that was going on over here, and meanwhile that happened, and that was the thing that they really wanted to do. I've seen that happen in business. I've seen it happen in friendships too. When someone wants to undermine a friendship for whatever reason, whatever malign intent, maybe their own insecurity usually, and they want to undermine a friendship, they'll do it often in this way, by creating a straw man exercise over here, while that's happening, they're meanwhile whispering over here to this person and using this. So I'd seen this so many times, this kind of manipulation on a big scale. I wanted to scale it up, but I also wanted to express that there was a huge sort of aspect to Kardavai's ambitions, that here was someone who believed that he had a destiny, and that, as it says in A Fool or a King, I have a tryst with destiny that gave me permission. He felt that he had permission to put his hand into the lives of thousands of others and affect them one way or the other, and he could do this with impunity because it was his destiny. And I needed to project that into a big scale across the whole city with events that have no substance and that are manipulated. So that's how I created that scenario, and that's why with the Sapna killers. The second aspect of your question, which is a really cool question because it jumps from that, it jumps straight into evil forces. What's your opinion about evil forces, as you put them in inverted commas? Entre guillemets, okay. I think there may well be mystical evil forces in this reality. There may well be. And there may well be practitioners and specialists who specialize in this sort of thing and who know lots about it. I tend to focus on the evil, if you will, however you define this, forces within myself. And my instinct is for each person to go into themselves, to not really focus until they've gone in and tidied up that mansion inside the heart, room by room, and make it all sparkling everywhere, and the gardens are beautiful and thriving around it, inside yourself, that when that happens, you then can focus on another kind of evil, if you will, but first get your backyard tidied up. We'll say in Jamaica, dance your yard before you dance abroad. Get that tidied up and get yourself straight before you decide you're going to do this outside there. I don't mean that that should stop people from activism or stop people from getting involved in trying to change something that they see as deeply unjust or whatever, of course. But if you're going to do that, spend time getting this side of it first, so that when you use the word evil, you've had a really good search inside yourself, that you understand it, and that you, at any inclination, anything within yourself, you've tidied that up before you jump out there. So evil forces in this world and so on, and how we combat them or use them or whatever, I'm focusing on the so-called evil forces within yourself, within your own ego, that are preventing you from becoming a profoundly fulfilled person. What is peace? It's so hard to define because it's usually defined as the absence of war. Peace is more than that. You can have an absence of war and no peace because you have a cold war and you're not at peace. There's no war, but you're not at peace. It's not just the absence of war. Peace, I think, is the freedom to seek personal fulfillment. This is peace. If you are living in a way, and you're lucky enough to live in a world in which, a society in which, a place in which you can seek your personal fulfillment in life, you will be at peace. Anything that interrupts your search for personal fulfillment will disturb your peace, and you'll not be at peace. So I focus on those things that I think we can really work on within ourselves, And if we can get that stuff right, we can deal with all this other craziness that's around us, because we're not, if you know what I mean. We're pretty centered. So that's where that is. And I hope that answers that question for you. Big up, big up. Jamaica, one love.